Good morning, everybody. How is it going? Today we're playing Open Angel Arena, and I really need to go ahead and get myself some boots. But yeah, we're playing Open Angel Arena because all of you are gonna be watching the major today anyway. I don't need to actually make a proper video because none of you would actually watch it. On that note, we have a bunch of cool new stuff in the mode. This right here is actually gonna be one of the first one I show you. Now, this is not ready by any means. Right, but I am holding this high ground area, which if you hold this high ground area, you get buffs. Right, now, holding it requires no enemy to be there. And in the final version, which final version being hopefully very soon. And by final version, I mean a final version of this like specific thing, right? But the way this is going to work is there's going to be a delay until this becomes enabled. Right now, it's just immediately available. Right, but the idea there is that you can go into a duel, right? You fight it out, you do your thing, you beat everybody up, and then, if that doesn't end up leading to anything, you go and hold the high ground, and you fight over the high ground. And what the high ground does is first it heals you, then it gives you haste, then it gives you double damage, then it gives you invisibility, then it gives you triple damage. And I think at that point it loops. Also supposed to give you arcanes at some point, but it's not that important. Either way, the idea there is just to kind of like force people to actually do things, right? Like, so they don't just run away for the entire duration of the duel. Anyway, we're playing Luna today, a hero that I really need to nerf. I know that much, so I am actually like, yes, I am filthy enough to know this hero's broken and pick her anyway. The thing is, I need to play her to figure out how broken she is exactly. Right, like how hard should I nerf her? So I need to actually get a little bit of, a little bit of a test in. I thought might as well combine the things, right? I also get to show off some cool new boots. What was that? Boots that we have. And yeah, now first of all, next Sunday we're gonna have a test session. Which test session means game is public, right? Everybody can play it. If you want to play Open Angel Arena, you can play Open Angel Arena next Sunday, for the entirety of next Sunday. I'm going to also do a stream, right, as we did before. I think you all know how that shit works, right? And, yeah. That's kind of, I guess, part of the plan. Right, no. Also, let me go to max out the Moonglaive here. Hey, we're farming, we're trying to get big. We might as well get the Moonglaive. We still have a lot of things we want to change about the mode before we make it public forever. But the next test session will be the last one before we move into just making the game publicly available all the time. Right? There's still some stuff that needs fixing, still some balance that needs to be done. There need to be new features implemented. However, I want to show us some stuff today. Like we have a new boss, the twins. We are working on, finishing up our shielder, which he's also in the game and functioning. I think everybody already knows the charger, and yeah, I guess that's kind of like some of the stuff I wanted to show you. We also have the bottle counter. Now, this bottle counter is currently a buff. It won't be a buff for much longer. Instead, it's going to be a counter on the actual item. That's what I want, right? It's just currently it is not that. And yeah, I guess that kind of sums it up. Again, I'm just kind of being lazy today because fuck, everybody's gonna watch the major. I don't blame you for that. I'm gonna be watching the major too. Right? Like, fuck. You watch the major, I watch the major, everybody watches the major. Let's just watch the major. Right? And then we can do proper videos some other time. Now, why is Luna broken? Well, she has some things that are just a little bit insane. First of all, the Moonglaive goes up to 20 bounces. The bounces, of course, they become weaker and weaker and weaker. So this is really not that much of a big deal, right? But it is still a little bit silly, maybe. Luna Blessing goes up to 120 damage and lots of night vision, which is also very powerful. So the thing is just like, none of that is necessarily broken. Right, that is actually all pretty much in line with the other stuff. However, this is where it gets silly. We have Lucent Beam, goes up to 1000 damage, right? And 1000 damage is actually the lower end, but it is still pretty powerful. Eclipse lasts up to 24 seconds at max level. If you get Aghanim's, however, it gets just dumb. So Aghanim's makes it so you get 78 beams that have a 23-second duration, like overall. And you gotta keep in mind, each of those beams is 1,000 damage. In fact, it's a little bit more even. We could get the plus 40 lucent beam damage, right? So she just becomes really, really, really dumb. And that's kind of... yeah, I don't really know if it is a problem. I know the lucent beam is a problem. I don't know if the rest of her is a problem, right? I just know she's pretty damn powerful. But yeah, there's a lot of things I actually want to change about the mode right now. And we're gonna try to get as much of that done until next week as possible. Right, I'll talk about them as we go through the game to kind of like, this is kind of like my developer update kind of thing, right? Like, so you guys know what's going through my mind. I want to explain everything to you. And then at the same time, why not play a game, right? That sounds fun. Alright. So, first thing first, the creeps need to be changed. We now made it so the creeps are actually somewhat powerful in the late game. So, it's not that you go around and just completely one-shot them. However, the way creeps work right now, I think it is too powerful to have AoE, right? Heroes with big AoE that can clear out camps easily are too powerful in my opinion. The way to nerf that, right, this seems like a problem that is hard to fix, but the way I want to nerf this and the way I want to fix it is by making it so that the creeps that... wait, why is this high ground advantage? Is it the Poison Nova triggering it? That is interesting. It shouldn't do that. Huh, I didn't know that was a thing. Well, today I learned. So anyway, what was I saying? Oh yeah, I want to make it so that the creeps in the like beginning of the game, they are a little bit weaker, and they are less of them, right? And that should make it so that it is easier overall to farm in the early stages, because right now it's kind of really hard for a lot of heroes, right? With Luna, it's pretty easy, pretty straightforward, right? But let's say you're playing Slark, right? Like, you know, there's a Slark here. Slark can actually struggle a little bit. Or, you know, any kind of support. I imagine Silencer probably isn't doing that well. There's a lot of heroes that don't do well in that early stage, and I think it's fine for heroes to be worse at different parts of the game, right? The problem is that it's just kind of crazy how much more powerful you become just by being able to farm more easily. So I want to make farming in the early game to be less powerful overall. Right? It's of course still going to be an important part of the game. I mean, it's Dota. Welcome to Farming Simulator. Damn, it was so close. I need one more hit. I need one more hit on that. But it's hopefully gonna be a little bit better. This back here is the Farming Cave. Farming Cave works like this. So you see right here there's some creeps. There's the next level of the Farming Cave. I cannot go there until I've cleared this level. Now currently this Farming Cave area doesn't work exactly how I want it to work. So the way it is supposed to work is every time you clear it, right, you can go into the next room, and the next room is more powerful. Now let me go and explain what's going on by using numbers, right? So let's say I say this is Farming Cave power level 2, right? And the first one was Farming Cave power level 1, and this one's power level 3, and so on. Any higher number is a more powerful one. Alright? That makes sense? I think it's fairly straightforward. Oh shit. I'm kind of dying. No, don't kill me. I'm trying so hard to stay alive, man, but I'm running out of bottle. Oh no, what am I gonna do once I don't have any bottles anymore? No, I'm gonna just die. Rip me. That's just it, man. That's just it. You got me. You got me. Let's get a Dragon Lance. Hey, just for the early game. I like having a casual Dragon Lance. But as I was saying, So this is power level 1, this is power level 2, this is power level 3. After you clear out the entire farming cave area, you but it doesn't, these creeps don't respawn until you clear out the entire farming cave area. There we go. So you cannot just farm this over and over again like these other camps. Well, you can, but you have to kill all of it first. Now, they're supposed to get more powerful every single stage. So this one is supposed to be level 1, level 2, level 3, right? And then then everything respawns, and this one is supposed to be level 4, level 5, level 6. Everything respawns, level 7, level 8, level 9. Get it? What's currently going on is that you clear this, it's level 1, level 2, level 3. Then everything respawns. This is level 1.2, this is level 2.2, and this is level 3.2. Right, so everything is more powerful, but only in relation to the like previous level in that specific cave, right? Then you clear everything again. This is level 1.4, level 2.4, level 3.4, and so on. And that to me is not how it's supposed to be. So that's something that needs fixing, right? That needs to be changed. Yeah, so creeps are definitely a big thing that we are currently working on, that need better implementation than they currently have. But hey, like, sign me up for that, right? Like, that sounds kind of like a cool thing to do. Actually, no, that's the kind of stuff I always pass on to Hageneko, which is a guy that's working on the game as well, right? By the way, I always want to, like, make sure I mention this, but this game is open source, which means if you want to help develop this game, you can, right? Anybody. We have lots of people that we're just like, oh, shit, somebody's making a game, and I can help? I would like to make a game. And then they showed up, and they're helping. Right, Hageneko is one of them. Warp Dragon, right? Like, we have Chronophilus, lots of people. Chromatic Neutral, like, shout out to all of those guys, right? They're always helping, and they are just people like you that saw a video and we're like, oh, that's cool, I want to do that, right? Okay, duel time. We're gonna go ahead and get ourselves the Aghanim's next, I think. Gonna go ahead and get ourselves the Aghanim's. Hey, it's strong. So currently the duels are just rushing to this and fighting over it, which is kind of good in the sense that it always leads to fighting, right? It is bad in the sense that it shouldn't be only about this though, right? Like, duels shouldn't just be only the high ground fight. So again, like, this should only enable after 45 seconds, but I mean, it's not really too bad. I think you get, like, see what the point of this is though, right? Like, this really gives you an objective to fight over, which I think is really cool. You probably shouldn't be able to keep the buff after the duel though. That's something that's currently going on, which we are aware of. It's not that difficult to fix either. We're just not sure if it should be the case, right? Like, we're like, huh, you know, maybe that should be the case. Maybe we should just keep that. We're not really too opposed to just, like, have things happen and then implement them into the game as a feature, right? Like, for example, the bottles. That's something that just kind of happened, and then we were like, well, shit, that's kind of cool, isn't it? No, let's just keep it. And then so we kept it, right? Also, these poor fools are getting run over. Again, today I'm just being lazy, man. I just want to show you what's in the mode. Right, and I don't need a close game for that. You had a really close game last time. So, we got ourselves our Aghanim. These down here are the reflex items. They now have proper stats and proper stats in their descriptions. Something I did recently that isn't, like, it's kind of in the game, but not quite. It will be by next Sundays. I gave a lot of the items proper descriptions. So, like, you know what it does. Like, most importantly, all of the cores, because I feel like that's a big source of confusion for players. So that should help. Yeah. Let's go kill a boss. I want to go up here and beat this guy up. Oh, Monkey King. Okay. Hey, what's up, man? Oh yeah, you're dead. So this is Shielder. You can only attack him from behind. Right, so you can see he already blinked right behind him. Guys, do you notice how much damage you deal right now? if you go behind him, you actually deal damage, right? You gotta pay attention to these damage numbers. But yeah, you wanna sit behind him, attack him from there, and then you take him down. This is something that needs a bigger visual. And yeah, we are gonna try to work on that. Now, I actually, on this note, I want to kind of ask for people to help us with the build, right? So there are some specific things that we need. We need people that have experience with particle effects in Dota. That is actually something that's very important right now. Particle effects are something we need a lot of, and we have very little of. Partially because we just don't really have any experience with it. So having somebody that could help us with that is pretty good. Alright, that would be pretty nice. Now, face boots, if you face through creeps, you do an attack on all of them, which looks like that. Isn't that cool? Yeah, you face through them, you do an attack on all of them, deals quite a bit of damage. It does need a little, like, adjustment in terms of values, right? Currently, it's just a straight-up attack. It should probably be an attack of lesser value, right? Like maybe 20%, 30% damage. I don't know. It gets silly with big cams because you do that. But I find it to be kind of cool. Gonna get ourselves the magic resistance. Right, it's kind of interesting like that. I want to go down here. Let's go and kill another boss. We have lots of reflex items in the game now, right? So previously the only ones that really worked were these. All of these, everything in the shop works. Everything in the shop works just fine. Right, and there's some very powerful ones in there. I'm gonna go for... I'm actually not sure which one I want to go with today. Huh. Against their team. I think I may want to actually get the Dispel one. Constant soft Dispel for 4 seconds. That sounds pretty good, doesn't it? But yeah. This guy's gotta be moved to be a tier 2 boss. He's currently a tier 1. And we're going to put just regular Roshan as our tier 1 boss. That's something we decided today. But I kind of really like the idea. I want the tier 1 boss, the ones that are like right away in the game, that need to be killed, that are pretty much essential to you succeeding. I want those to be... maybe we go for this today. Sure. Why not? Let's go for something different. Grab that. And got a duel coming up. Hello. Oh, silence. Okay, well, we got rid of the silence. No, I don't really want to fight you. You got a blade mail. Okay, we got him. It's time to end this. I like Luna. I like Luna. Something I spent quite a while doing recently is I gave all of the items in the shop proper item costs. There we go. So you can see that this one is now... Okay, let's a bad example. Let's go to Abyssal Blade, right? So you just buy your regular Abyssal Blade. First recipe, 1500 gold. Second one is 3500. Then it's 8000. Then it's 20,000. Money actually matters now. Money no longer is something that you just have too much of. Money actually matters now. Like, you really need to manage it. Which I like. I think that's really good. Also cleave against these guys. Or any sort of AoE is generally a really good thing. Now the way this works again, after we kill this boss, the entire farming cave respawns. We can clear it again. Right? And the idea here is just that if you are getting shit on too much, right, like the enemy team is just running you over or something like that, you can always go back here and clear this out. What it also does is, it kind of distracts people a little bit and pushes them into a part of the map that is not just the center area. Now that may sound like a bad thing, but I actually think it's very good. I think that leads to a scenario where constant fighting can still happen, but there are breaks. And breaks are very important for a team to come back. Right? If the fighting is endless, like it was in the other Angel arenas, for example, right? Like the optimal strategy there And you see how these rooms aren't actually that much more powerful. They're slightly more powerful, but not really. We got more powerful than them. They should be as much of a struggle as they were when I first came in here. Yeah. But anyway, as I was saying, in other Angel arenas, my experience was always the optimal strategy is you get ahead and you just camp their fountain, right? And that's something everybody was always worried about, right? I got so many questions about that. Barmy, how are you going to fix that? Right? Like, what can you do about it? Well, this is what I thought I could do to fix it. This was my idea. We'll put the farming cave in back here. This kind of distracts people a little bit. We also have the bosses around here. Right, we have this very easily defendable high ground area with an ancient camp over here. This right here is super hard to break into. Right, enemies don't want to walk through this area. This little cliff area, oh, it's so tough to get through. But again, it kind of makes it so that that kind of fountain camping playstyle is much more difficult to achieve. From my experience in this mode, it is actually very much possible to come back. And it happens very frequently. Right? Like, absolutely. Okay, we're gonna go ahead and work on our refresher next. So let's go and clear this out. I actually need to use my face a little bit more. Lucent Beam cooldown or 15 into all stats? Let's go with the Lucent Beam cooldown. 1.5 seconds, let's go. That's actually pretty nutty. 1.5 seconds on that? Seriously? Alright. So I'm not sure what Octarine core we want to go for here. There's two Octarine cores. There's the Refresher core and there's the Satanic core. What's my ultimate core on? 105. I think I want to go with the Refresher core there. Also just because, you know, having two ultimates is kind of cool. Alright, but there's two different Octarine cores. One of them is the Satanic core. This one goes into the direction of, hey, we want to spell lifesteal as much as possible. And the other one is the Refresher core. And the Refresher core says, hey, I want to have as much cooldown reduction as possible. And then the, you can only really have one of them. Right? I mean, you could have more, but it's not a good idea. Okay? Yeah, you don't want to go fight me. Like, what are you doing? I'll kill you. Fuck you, man. That was rude. I don't really feel bad about it, but it was definitely rude. Oh man, it's kind of funny though. Alright, almost got our Lucent Beam maxed out. That's when it gets quite powerful. Also, yep, the face boots, that's what they're good at. Now they get a little bit dumber if you are going for more right click damage, of course. We don't really deal too much of it. Alright, don't wreck them too much. I do actually want to like kill some bosses this game. So, you know. Yeah. Game is looking a little bit one-sided right now. It happens. It happens, right? We have close games and we have not close games. Just like regular Dota. Okay, duel time. Alright. I can purge myself out of that. I'm not sure if I want to. Oh shit, they are just going for me. I'm just gonna drop an ultimate here. Fuck you guys. Oh, the Satanic. Oh, the Satanic. Oh, not Satanic, Octarine, man. Holy shit, Octarine, saving my ass. Can I survive? No. Oh my god, that Octarine really helped me there. Another thing we have is we have Legion Command, not Legion Command, but you can see Legion Command has the Monkey King bar. Right, so if you look at the Monkey King bar, this is the only item that has this right now, but this is how we want it to be. So you see, like with a butterfly, you upgrade it, right? It just looks the same. Nobody really knows it's upgraded. So this is how we want to do it. We want to have like visual changes as you upgrade it to make it look like fancier and more impressive. But also up in the top right, there's going to be this little dotted thing, right? That instantly indicates what level it is at. Right? It just shows you, okay. It's level 2, level 3, level 4, level 5.
Good luck out there.
Now, another thing that we actually need help with that I want to bring up. So again, like if anybody feels like being part of the development, Another thing we need help with is translation Chinese. We have translation for Russian, Spanish, Portuguese, German, actually. People are doing that too. So all of the languages that I really want are being translated into, except for Chinese. And we had Chinese translators, but they kind of didn't do anything. So if anybody's interested in that, please send me an email. I'll invite you to the Discord. I'll explain everything to you. Right, we have a website that we're using for it. It's called Transifex. It's very easy to use, right? You don't really have to do much other than look at the thing. Okay, this is what needs to be translated. Translate it, type it in, and it's done. Right? You don't have to have any coding experience. You don't have to have any experience in anything, actually. If you speak English and you speak Chinese, then you have the qualifications for this job. Right? So, that would be another thing we kind of need a little bit of help with. Alright, there's a bit of a fight going on. Just gonna drop an ultimate. I like my ultimate. It's very unbalanced. Let's go kill some more bosses, guys. Okay, go ahead and just nuke that down. Isn't that great? I like those greater phase boots. They're really, really interesting. They don't work well for everybody. Not every hero can use them, but the ones that can, use them really well. This right here is our newest boss. This boss will be very different by the time you actually get to play the mode yourself. But this right here is the twin, or the twins. The way these work is every 3 seconds, and this timer gets decreased over time. The HP of the twins is set, is set to the HP amount of the one with the higher amount of HP. Alright, so let's say you target one of them down and leave the other at 100%. Every 3 seconds, the one you're targeting down will get set back to 100%. Right? Let's say you're splitting your efforts, but not evenly. So you're targeting one down, right, and the other one is at 80%, right? Like out of your damage output, 75% is dedicated to one guy and 25% is to the other. What's really gonna happen is you actually deal only 25% of your potential damage output to both of them, right? So you're only dealing half. What you want to do is you want to split it up as much as possible. As you saw right there, we did that pretty well, and as a result, we killed them very easily. Okay, we want this, thank you, and then we're gonna go ahead and get ourselves the refresher core. Fantastic. It's very exciting. There's the second twin. Alright, these guys are, again, they are our newest boss, so their numbers are a little wonky. They're probably too easy right now. They are also going to... There's a good chance they're actually going to be the first boss to get a custom model. I just talked to a guy that's going to work on that in a bit. But they also should... One of them should be ranged and the other one should be melee. And the one that is melee has an attack targeting pattern where he always goes for the unit that is the furthest away. That way they are constantly in movement, right? And you actually have to like center your efforts. Currently what these guys are literally just a matter of, you know, like AoE, right? Like you just AoE them down and that's not what the fight should be. Nah, fuck it, I'm gonna drop a second one. Why not? It does massive damage. Got him. I mean, it's insanely powerful. I might as well use it. So we got our upgrade core 2. What am I going for right now? I'm going for the Enrage Crystal. Hard Dispel on yourself or 5 seconds of invisibility. I think we're gonna go with this. We got a Hard Dispel now. So that purges us out of almost anything. I think actually everything that can be purged out of, a Hard Dispel purchases out of. It's kind of neat. Alright, these guys are kind of strong. So you can see at this stage, the creeps are now actually relevant. Right, the creeps matter. Our gold values aren't quite perfect yet, but you can also see that, yeah, you no longer have just infinite amounts of gold. You still have a lot, but it's not as ridiculous as it was before. So yeah, you know, we're getting there. I'm trying my hardest here, guys. Alright, I'm trying to do my best. But I think, and this is really something I'm proud of. I think the game is a lot of fun to play. And that's really the one thing that matters, right? Like, is it fun to play? And I think so. And the reason why I think that The reason why I think that is because from my experience, what happens a lot, what happens quite a bit is people play the game for the first time, and then afterwards they're like, wait, we have been playing for an hour already? Which to me is the best sign there is, right? If people forget the time while playing, I mean, does it get any better than that? I don't really think so. Alright. Yeah, Luna Ultimate just kind of wrecking shit, as you might expect. The problem with Luna Ultimate, it's one of those abilities that depends on another ability, right? So we gave both of those abilities scaling, and now it multiplicatively results in one of them being broken. Like, for example, with Shadow Fiend, right? With Shadow Fiend's Ultimate and Shadow Fiend's Necromastery, you need to be careful. They work very, very tightly together, right? You buff one of them, you're gonna kind of buff the other. Although, mostly if you buff Necromastery, you're also going to buff the Ultimate. So what we had originally, and this is something a lot of other Angel Arenas and custom games also did wrong, but like, I don't know, like, I don't know, not to brag, but I mean, I knew that going into it, and I like immediately fixed it in my very first balance patch, right? But Shadow Fiend, if you increase the amount of Necromastery and you increase the damage on the souls from his ultimate, you're actually kind of increasing the damage on his ultimate twice. Okay, okay, let's run. We hard dispelled ourselves out. Drop an ultimate. Healing! Healing! Oh my god! Well, we made it. I do feel a little bit nasty though. I mean, that was just a little bit disgusting. I'm considering getting the Satanic Core. They don't stack super well, but they do kind of stack, so... Yeah, oh, they killed the Charger. Charger is our third custom boss that we have in the game right now. And Charger is actually probably my personal favorite. I really like Charger. Charger is super fun to play against. Let me go ahead and show you guys Charger, although I'm sure at this point you have seen him already. If you haven't, yeah. So the way Charger works is there are these towers around the arena. And Charger will always, like, has this channeling ability, and he will always target the unit that is the closest to him. Then he will charge there, and if he charges into a hero, then he will drag them along. If he then charges into a pillar, that hero will take massive damage. And if I say massive, I mean absolutely massive. Right? Okay, fuck him up. If he, however, just straight up charges into a pillar, what's gonna happen is he gets stunned. And he loses a ton of armor. He's usually very tanky. You see, I deal no damage to the guy. Right, but now, I suddenly deal, what, 10 times as much? Yeah, that's how it goes. The last phase is the hardest one. He has multiple phases, right? Like, towards the end, he starts charging relentlessly. He doesn't have any cooldown on it anymore, and he just spams it. And that's when it gets really difficult, because he is just gonna run you down if you don't pay attention. They are fighting... Oh, he's just taking down the twin. I like that. I find it really cool that now there's like bosses which is like, oh, he's killing that guy, right? They have names, they are characters. No, they don't have any lore or anything like that. The lore part of the project is kind of dead right now. Can't really do anything about it, sadly. I wish it wasn't, but then again, it's not really in my control too much. Because, like, there's just like people sign up for it, like they can't, and then it's up to them if they actually do what they signed up for. Right? Okay, I got a bunch of upgrade cores now. The question is just, what do we do with that? We could go for the Satanic. I usually buy Delusions because I love Delusions. Delusions is my favorite fucking thing, man. I think Satanic Core is kind of a cool idea, though. Why not? Right? Let's go and get that really quick. So there we go. It's gonna work well with our massive spell damage. And I would like to upgrade this. Thank you. So, what does Satanic Core do? Well, it is increased spell lifesteal. And also if you activate it, it works like Satanic, except for both your physical and your spell lifesteal. So you activate, if I activate that during my ultimate, I'm essentially unkillable, I think. Should be. I don't know what anybody could really do to me. Okay, let's go and drop 2 of these. Wait, what happened to it? Where did it go? Where I cast 2 of them. It's supposed to take forever. Huh. I think I may have just found a bug. One of the things I was aiming for when we started making this game is I wanted casters to actually matter. And goddamn, trust me, casters do matter. Oh shit. Oh no, I don't think I'm making it. No! I was so close. I just needed to get it out there. Yeah, I think I used my Enrage Crystal a little too early. Oh well. Oh well. Yeah, they have a lot of disable. One thing I also wanted is I wanted fights to last a little while longer. I didn't want everybody to always be one-shot immediately. You may notice, we're not one-shotting everybody. I may sound like a cocky asshole right now, right? And I probably am a little bit. I'm just kind of proud of my work though. Like, I think I had some goals, I had some ideas that I was like, hey, this is what I want to do with the mode. Do you guys want to help me do it? And then there were some brave souls that were like, you know what, Balmy? I'm gonna help you do that. And here we are. And I think I stuck to my goals. And I think the game is fun. And I'm excited to release it to you guys. I'm really like, I'll be honest with you. There's not a lot in my, like, career life, I suppose, that's going great right now. Right? I'm pretty happy in my personal life. You know? But in my career, the whole YouTube thing and all of that, stuff isn't going that well. You know, it's kind of depressing. Except for this right here. This right here is something I'm proud of. I really like this game. I think we made a good video game. I think it's a lot of fun to play. It needs to be fixed up, it needs to be polished up, it needs to be made a little bit prettier and all of that. But afterwards, I think we can totally, like, I'm looking forward to just having it be public. I'm genuinely just straight up looking forward to it. Well, we just got wrecked. Well, we just got wrecked. Okay, maybe I shouldn't take that on like that. I feel like I need some armor or something. Holy shit. Yeah, I don't actually have that much HP. We need one of the right clickers for that. Or maybe the... Yeah, I need survivability. What do I buy? I think I need armor. And that's actually an issue I have with the game in general right now. It's something I want to work on. I think armor is too hard to get considering how valuable it is. Because it is so important to have good armor. But it is actually really hard to get your hands on armor. It's quite difficult. So that's something that I want to change. Alright, how's the fight going? Yo, what's up? I'm here. And by here, I mean not really here per se, just kind of like dropping an ultimate kind of here, you know. The fun kind of here. Oh, okay. Let's go ahead and beat him up. Sadly, my right-click damage is non-existent. I don't know why this guy has armlet. I think he's going for the... He's going for the stone skin armor, which is a really cool item. I like the stone skin armor a lot. Okay, I got him. Bursting him down like that is pretty big. Only 16 kills to go. Another thing, I'm not quite sure if we should change, but the game length is pretty long right now. Like, it takes a while to finish one of these games, right? Like, a match of Open Angel Arena currently takes about an hour. I'm not sure if I should reduce that. And that's actually something that I'm interested in your feedback. Right, so especially next week, you know, after you play it a bunch, like if you could let me know if you think we need to like decrease how long it takes. Like I'm certain we don't need to increase it. It is absolutely plenty long. But like maybe we need to decrease how long a match takes. But yeah, again, that's what I need feedback for. Okay, we got the Moonglaive, 20 bounces, let's go. That's just kind of funny to me. 20 bounces is really, really powerful. Or is it? Well, that's the thing that I'm not quite sure of, actually. Because like 20 bounces could be shit for all I know. Alright, like, because the last one is gonna deal like no damage. Huh. I don't really hit that hard anyway. Okay. No, the last ones don't even do damage anymore. Not to these bosses. The bosses, of course, have pretty massive damage reduction. Yeah, I'll just clear this out if that's okay. God, that ultimate. It's still going on. It's still going on. I think clearing out this cave again is probably a good idea. So, it's really, really valuable to do this. You get a lot of experience for it. Right, that's the thing. Like, the experience in here is off the fucking charts, man. Alright. This one I'm starting like this. Okay, we got him. Is the other one down too? Wasn't there a second one here? Or is he dead? Not sure if we got our guy. Yeah, I think we did. Yeah, there's only one guy left up at the top. Alright, got him. Wait, what am I doing here? That is weird. I should not be there. Yeah, this is where the final boss of the game is going to be. Not quite sure who that's going to be and what he's going to be like, but for now he is not really a thing. He's probably not going to be in version 1. Alright, which version 1 is what we're calling the, you know, public release version. The first one. He's probably not going to be in there. We got some other things that we really want. And he is not a list, not on the list of priorities. So yeah. One thing I also really like about our mode is how pretty the map is. And like, a big thanks in regards to that goes to Warp Dragon and Super Dude who did most of that work. Like, I came up with the map. Speaking, sorry. I came up with the map, you know, I designed it in the sense of like game design. But I only built like a really shitty base version of it that was like really just ugly as hell. Okay, yeah, no, this is not okay. Shit, these creeps! Damn it. Creeps absorbed it. Alright. Can we get a level 4 boss? Yeah, I wanna upgrade, like max out one of my items. Also, I don't think my satanic core worked. Yeah, that's, like having both of them is a little bit buggy right now. Oh well. I'm gonna be done soon, don't worry. Oh, there's a charger here. Well, that's not a level 4 boss though. I wanna take him down. Oh shit. You guys wanna go? I recommend against it. I think the tomato is a level 4 boss. Yeah. Pretty sure the tomato is. Alright. As much I actually think you should go with the 120 rod damage, basically every time. Yeah, this guy is strong. Also monkey. What are you doing? Dude, you're dead now. Problem is we're dying too. Shit. Maybe we can't really take him on yet. He's very powerful. No, this guy's just always been really strong. That guy, we should kill more of the smaller ones. But I kind of just want to kill a level 4, so. Yeah, the tomato is just spooky. Pretty damn spooky. Okay, you have this. Oh, what the hell? Oh shit, what is he doing here? What? Oh, that's funny. Alright, only a few more to go. But yeah, let me know what you guys think of the mode. I'm always happy to like hear feedback. Right, it doesn't just have to be positive. Like if you would have anything where you're like, oh yeah, you know, like you need to change that, improve that, and all of that. Always open to that. I took a lot of ideas from the community while making this. I really did. Okay. There goes the satanic. But no, I definitely took a lot of ideas from the community. Man, this takes forever with no damage. I think I might just drop my satanic core. It's a bit of a shame because I used so many upgrade cores to get it, but I feel like I'm better off just having a damage item, you know. Yeah, it seems pretty reasonable. Fresh meat. Oh, we finally got it. That's exciting. I mean, the max level Eclipse is what we're here for, right? That's at least what I'm here for. So far, I'm not sure if Luna's overpowered. Her ultimate is definitely insane. And I feel like I definitely need to nerf the ultimate. But other than that, she seems fine. Right? I don't know. Glaze and such, that seems all okay. Ultimate definitely needs to go though. Shit's ridiculous. Okay, got a duel in a little bit. Okay. Oh, Hex. Root. Oh yeah, you're dead. Oh, maybe not. Oh shit, this guy's not taking damage. Where did it go? Come on. Oh god, this is still going on. Okay, that's the second to last kill. Nice. And I think this is gonna be the last, yep. Alright, anyway. So yeah. I hope you all have fun watching the Kiev Major finals. And yeah, don't forget to leave a rating on the video if you watch this. I'll see you guys tomorrow. Goodbye.